Hi everybody, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you've had a great start to your week. While we're waiting for everybody to join us, a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, you know that I love it when you share my video. When you do that, please comment, share it down in the comments, and you may be chosen to get the project I'm working on tonight. I found recently that Facebook prefers the hearts and the smiley faces to the thumbs up. So if you'll give me some hearts and smiley type faces, I'd appreciate that. Now, if you recall, last week I made this fun fold birthday card, but really it'd be great to adapt to any occasion. And because she shared my video, Maria Sanchez is going to get this card. So Maria, I'll get this out to you very soon. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so and hit the blue bell to be notified when I upload a new video. I usually upload a video on Monday evenings. That being said, next week I am not able to do a Facebook Live, so I have shared in previous Facebook Live that I did. While the product I use is retired, the concept is still applicable to products in the current catalog. So I hope you'll tune in for that. And then the following week is July 4th, which is a holiday here in the US. So the next day I will be live is July 11th. So with that being said, we're going to switch to my hands and we will get started on tonight's project. Okay, let me get this. Tonight I am going to make a project using items from the new celebration. This catalog, celebration starts July 1st. I can't show you the inside of the catalog right now, but I do have some product to share. And if you're not familiar, celebration runs from during the months of July and August, and you get free product with purchase of Stampin' Up! Products from the other catalogs. This catalog starts July 1st also, the new mini catalog, the July to December. It includes Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, fall. So if you like those things, make sure you get one of those catalogs. And if you don't have a demonstrator and you're in the US, I'll be glad to send one to you. So one of the first, I'm going to pull my catalog off to the side and make sure that I am giving you good information here. One of the first items that you can earn for free is this, during celebration, is this cute little Hippo Stamp Set. I think they're just adorable, and that is free with a $50 purchase. And then you can also get the dies, which are free with a $50 purchase. So if you wanted both, you could get place a $100 order before shipping and tax and get these together. This will be starting July 1st. And it cuts them all out. There's a little tub, there's a snorkel and goggles, and I think this cute little umbrella with this dancing hippo would just make a cute card. So let's see what else. This pack of paper is called Rings of Love, and I really like it. It's very seasonal. That could be Christmassy. It kind of looks like poinsettia. Here's some fall looking trees. This one's got some mushrooms and different colored leaves. Here's some tree stumps. I like these houses. That's one of my favorites, and I especially like this pattern. Some birds. I like that one too. Here's a watercolor, some fall leaves, some watercolor, and this nice kind of summery wildflower maybe looking paper, and this plaid. So this pack is free with a $100 purchase. So that's something great you can earn. And then the last celebration item I'm going to show you is actually what I'm going to be using in tonight's project. And it's this designer series paper in this stamp set called Wonderful World. I'm going to turn my volume up, make sure y'all can hear me. They come together as a set, and it's for a $100 purchase. So it is a rubber stamp set. We're going to be using this image today and this really beautiful designer series paper. So let me show you. We've got flowers. That's the flip side of that. That's one of my favorites right there, that with the pinks and the purples and the greens. So we have, this is what we're going to be using in tonight's project. Got that. This is beautiful. You could just cut out these flowers, these great big flowers, and use them as the focal point on your card. So here's some others. There we go. Okay, so we will be using this Wonderful World. I'm gonna call it a suite, for lack of a better word. Celebration suite. How does that sound? Okay, and remember that all starts July 1st. But also, Stampin' Up! Just announced this weekend that on Tuesday, tomorrow, June 21st, for only 24 hours, you can get free shipping with any, I believe it's $75 purchase before shipping and tax. Well, there'd be no shipping. So, if you want to, it's a great time to get your favorites from the retiring catalog, you know, the January to June mini catalog. Here's my store address, and if you use this host code when you place your order, you'll get a special gift from me. Okay, so we are going to make this super fun shaker card, and it's so easy to make. Look at that. And like I said, we're using Celebration. We're using the stamp set and the designer series paper. So you can use this, do this design for anything. I just love to listen to them shake around like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm gonna leave that right there for now. Okay, we're gonna, our base is polished pink. And of course, it's 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to fold that in half, and we'll use the bone folder to get a nice, crisp edge, okay? And then we'll just set that off to the side for now. We'll come back to that later. Then, I am going to take a, let's see what size this is. Yeah, this is 4 by 5.25 piece of that beautiful designer series paper I was just showing you. And I'm going to adhere it to a piece of basic white of the same size. And this will just give it a little extra strength in the shaker card. Okay, so I'm going to use my seal, hold on, to do this. Come on. There we go. And we are going to put this designer series paper right on here. They're both the same size. And you know what? This could even be a scrap of something. There we go. Good. That looks fine. Okay, I'm going to set that off to the side. Now, here's where the magic starts. We're going to use these clear envelopes that Stampin' Up! Sells. Did you even know that Stampin' Up! Sold clear envelopes? A lot of people don't. They miss them in the catalog. You get a pack of 50 of them, and they're, I don't know, they're not very much. I don't even recall. $5 maybe. And they're great for putting your cards in after you finished making them, and so to store them or to display them. But just so you know, the item number is 102619. They're great. I highly suggest that everyone have a pack of these at home, because you know what? You'll find other things around the house to use them for. You absolutely will. But we're going to use them for our shaker card. So this is the We're going to put this inside the envelope, our designer series paper. As you can see, it's a little bit big. I don't know if you can tell, it's a little bit bigger, but that's okay. We're going to fold it over. And this is why I wanted the little bit of no, what do you call it? Cardstock behind it. So our little shaky things in our shaker card is this for everything fancy sequins. You might have missed this in the catalog. I did the first time around, but look at this. There's a little container of pink sparkles, green ones, and blue ones. I mean, you could mix them together, a little of this and a little of that, but we are going to stick, and there's a lot in here, so you can make a lot of fun shaker cards, but we're going to use the pink because that matches what we've chosen. So make sure your designer series paper is oriented the right way. So you're going to open this up and pour a little bit in here, okay? Now don't do what I did on this card, and I shook it around and got some down behind, so I had to work to get it to the front of the card. And put a little bit more in. Whoops, that's a little more than I wanted. I'm gonna put a little bit of it back in. There we go. I don't mind if some of the flat things go behind, but I pretty much want to leave the lumpy things on the front. So yeah, I got a couple small things back there on the back, but that's okay. So I'm going to put the lid on this so that I don't lose those or don't dump it out. Okay, turn it over. I'm going to take the covering off the strip on this envelope. I'm going to put this down here real tight, okay? You want it real tight. And then we're going to fold this over like this. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me get my bone folder, because this, I think, will work a little better. On my card, I didn't crease this down real good, but I think it will be better if I do. So I'm going to make a nice crease on here, okay? Now, for adhesive on this, you either need to use the Stampin' Seal Plus or tear and tape. The regular Stampin' Seal and tumble glue are not going to work well. Let's see if we're getting them. So I'm going to put this down here. The tear and tape. I love that. It's one of my favorites. Peel this down, or peel that off and put this right here. There we go. Now I'm going to use the same adhesive to attach it. Oh, we're not going to attach it yet to the card base because I need to put some ribbon on it, okay? And then we will go on. So I'm going to use, this is the polished pink open weave ribbon that carried over, and I'm so happy it carried over because it's one of my favorite ribbons. It's so versatile, it's not bulky, and you can use it for so many things. So I'm going to do my usual kind of cheater bow here. I kind of got a lot of goodies in my shaker card, but that's okay. Okay, there we are. That's good. Now we can attach this to our card base. And I am going to use the tear and tape again, okay? Just because I know it's super strong. It does stick to your fingers. So, I'm gonna put that right there. Okay. Do this all the way up here. And I I think this would be so cute to make like a children's card with. You could do, if you got real creative, you could die cut a lot of small shapes out of like cardstock or something and put in there as to be your little shaker things. Okay, oops, I was trying to take some of that off of there. Okay. And then I'm going to put some in the middle here too, just to give it a little extra. Okay, I like to use my bone folder on this tear and tape on something like this just to make sure it gets adhered really, really well. Sorry, one more here. There we go. And put this right on here. And there you are. I got a little bit of air. You want to try to squeeze your air out. And I've got a little bit of air in there, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. Okay, so now I'm going to put my little knot on here. You get a little more ribbon. Tie that on there. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. I just think this is such a fun card. Okay, now let's do our stamping. Oops, got stuff falling around over here. Okay, let's do our stamping. So as you can see, my stamp or my flower's two-tone, but the stamp's all one. Like, how did I do that? This is where Stampin' Right markers come into play. I have the polished pink and mossy meadow here. And did you know you can use these markers right on this, excuse me, stamp to make that? And let me show you how it's done, okay? This does not work with the blends. This only works with the Stampin' Right markers, okay? So what you're gonna do, take your Stampin' Right marker, use the side, see the two ends on these? One's got kind of a brush and the other's more of a fine point. You want to use the bigger brush end. And you're going to use the side of it to cover the entire area that you want in that color, okay? So I want the entire flower to be pink. So I'm going to cover it just like that. And it's pretty easy to see where you have put the ink, okay? I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can tell. Okay, now I'm going to get the Mossy Meadow and do the same thing with the stem and the leaves. There we go. And I know you can see that. Again, you're going to use the side of the brush. Okay, now here's the trick. You're going to take this and you're going to breathe on it to kind of re-moisten it with your breath. It's called huffing. So I'm going to do that here and breathe on it just a second. You can see, there we go. We're going to stamp this here. And there we go. See, I got my two-tone flower. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that cool? So don't forget that technique. Make sure and get Stampin' Right markers when you can, because they are something you want to have. So as you can see on my card here, I didn't bring my die machine over, but I used the Stylish Shapes. These are the new dies from the new catalog. I used the third from the largest on here, and then out of Polished Pink, I used, I think it was this one for the backing on my, for this. Is this the right one? Yep, that's the right one. So when I die cut those out, I just love the stitching on those. Okay. And again, the beauty of a circle die cut is you don't have to worry if it's straight or not, because it'll all be in the placement when you place it. Okay, I'm going to use my dimensionals. Oh, I got a brand new sheet here. Didn't think I had a new sheet of dimensionals out. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put that right on there. And boom. You are ready, and your shaker card is done. So, what do you think? What do you think of that? Will you make one of those? Yeah. They're so simple. So all you need to order are our clear medium envelopes and our For Everything Fancy sequins. And I'm going to tell you, with all the stuff in here, you are going to be making shaker cards for days, for every occasion. So, that being said, please, here's the address to my store. Use this host code. And don't forget, free shipping on Tuesday, tomorrow, the 21st. So if there's something you want from the catalog that's retiring, be sure you get it. So remember, next week I have I'm not available, so I'm replaying a video. The next week's the 4th of July. So I will see you guys next on, I believe I said, yep, July 11th. I will be back live on July 11th. Take care, everybody, and thanks for joining me today. Bye now.